Conceive, believe, achieve. Shut the f*** up.
This is Believe You Me on the Gas Digital Network.
So yeah, this press conference was crazy. I thought that Conor, it was weird because it was moments of like greatness where you're like, oh shit, I'm like getting really into it. And then there's moments where he like downplays the bus incident where he's like, you know, you made me do that on the bus. And you're like, dude, I don't know, man. I almost feel like and I get what he's almost saying. Like he's getting emotional, but you almost have to
Who,
fucking...
Khabib?
No, Conor. Because Conor said he had made a statement, something along the lines of, you made me, you know, do that, and a girl got hurt because you stayed on the bus. He was sort of blaming Khabib for not getting off.
Yeah.
And it was like, you gotta own that, dude. You gotta fucking take responsibility. It was a moment where you fucked up.
Well, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, because I don't think he helped himself, because he's got civil lawsuits going on. He's got Michael Chiesa, Ray Borg, God knows who else, suing him over that incident.
I'm gonna hop on that.
Yeah, seriously.
Fuck it, why not?
I was on the bus. I took a fight with a crazy Rush on a day's notice.
Yeah, so you should sue him because indirectly it was Conor's fault.
Wait, you were on the bus?
You should sue him for your win bonus.
Whoa, you were on the bus?
I was there.
Oh shit, you were on the
Sue
bus.
him, you moron! Are you out of your mind right now? Get away!
No, I don't sign off on people suing each other.
I'm sick.
If you're a real man,
Get that whiskey money.
You go and have a conversation, but fuck it, some people are suing him. But shit, I didn't even know you were on the bus.
Yeah, I was on the bus. Yeah.
So what do you think of all this? The whole bus thing.
I think he's a lunatic. I think he's out of his mind. That was probably the best. I'm just mad I wasn't on the plane ride over here. I wanted to be on that. That must have been so
exactly.
fucking... They took a private jet, 10 hours. They were probably just having a party. 6 hours, whatever it is. That must have been insane. But, yeah, we thought we were getting... I didn't know what the hell was going on.
So let me ask you this. If you were on the bus, which you were, but you were fighting Conor... Oh, no, because Khabib weren't fighting Conor either. Let's say he was coming after you and he threw the dolly into the bus saying, fucking hell, what would you have done? Would you have stayed on the bus or got off?
At that point, I think...
If you had a fight on Saturday night, because you got to remember, you're fighting, you're there to do a job, you've done a training camp, a lot of money on the line. You're not going to throw that out the window.
You're giving that up. It's very easy for he's giving up nothing.
It's easy to try and act tough and be like, oh, I would have got off the bus.
Yeah.
But if
there was no. I really think he wanted to get off the bus.
Doing whatever they were doing on the plane. You're sober. You've been dedicated for 8 weeks. You've done a training camp. You've spent money. You're there with your coaches. You're not going to throw that out the window to go have a petty fucking fight, which isn't even going to be a fight. The security are going to break everyone up. No one's going to get at anybody. But the result will be that the UFC are going to pull you from that card for sure. Maybe a suspension. Maybe a lawsuit. Maybe a criminal charge. You know, that's the reality.
Yeah. No, that whole thing was just, that was the craziest 3 days of my life. The bus incident happened, and the next day I find out I'm fighting for the headlining the Barclays Center, and then the day after that I actually fight headlining the Barclays Center. That was just the craziest thing. But Khabib, I think he kind of wanted to get off that bus. There was no one getting off the bus. Bunch of UFC employees were there. They shut that thing down right away, closed the doors.
You could have gone through the window.
Back the bus. That's the only way to get out.
Was there anyone covering the window?
There was. We didn't know what the hell was going on. First, people started banging on the bus. So I'm like, fans? It's too loud to be fans. What the heck is that? And then out of nowhere, so I thought they were running someone over. I thought they were running somebody over, and they were trying to get them to stop the bus. You're like, boom, 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 stop! The bus just started pulling away.
Right.
So they're like, boom, boom, stop! You're like killing somebody. I don't know. And then something comes flying through the windows. I'm like, holy shit! Is a terrorist attack or something?
Oh shit!
I thought it was like a shooting or something.
Because I can imagine the noise.
There was.
The noise was pretty intense.
Crazy.
I'm sure.
And it was on the other. It was on the other side of the bus in the front. So we were all in the back.
Was there rumors? Each mic a little bit more, dude. They only pick up like
the worst.
Slide your chair in.
Yeah. So were there rumors that like, Conor and his crew were coming to New York?
No, there was
nobody had heard anything like
this
that.
Came out of no. We did the press conference. We got onto the bus.
I knew,
and it was just craziness.
But I'm not saying anything.
Circle of trust.
Boom.
Michael Bisping could have.
Oh, anyway. I'm out the circle. But go on. Sorry. So sorry, Al.
I
lost it. Whatever.
Yeah.
No, but you were saying that you had no idea that
no idea what was going on. Thing come flying through the window, and then we saw him come run around the other side, and I was like, oh, it don't make sense what's going on now. This is I whipped out my phone and just started videoing things. Of course.
And were you sort of like, I mean, at that point, was it like, did it feel like a fucking like, holy shit, dude, somebody's gonna get hurt, or was it sort of like, it's just Conor at that point?
First, So you know Provino, right?
Yeah, of course.
Provino got in the.
He's like one of the PR guys
He got
for the
into.
UFC.
We were making fun. Khabib was making fun of him a little bit. He got into the position, like when you're on a plane and it's going down. You get.
Oh my God. Well, if you saw Chris Pavino,
he got right.
And I don't work for the UFC anymore. So if you saw Chris Pavino, you'd understand. No offense,
Khabib
Chris.
was making fun of him. You took head in like ridiculous possum.
Like hedgehog.
Gotcha.
And then
JK.
Reed Harris was going nuts. Reed Harris was like, "Who are these guys? What's going on? Save us!"
It must have seemed kind of surreal.
It was insane.
Yeah, because you're like, hold on a minute. There's no threat,
insane.
really. We're on a bus. The window's been smashed. Connor's out there running around like a maniac. I would have found the whole thing hilarious. It would have
That's
been-
kind of what I did.
As you said,
I pulled out the
you pulled
phone
out the
and
phone
I
and
was
would have
just
started
like-
Instagramming and
I was
shit.
like,
Like that's
this
what
is
I would have
great.
done. It's
But
not a
yeah.
real threat. It's like, go fuck yourself.
But at that point, because
little fucking Irish leprechauns running around.
Once I
Bunch of
saw
fucking
him,
midgets.
once I saw him,
Everyone
I was
was
like,
like,
oh,
oh,
all
fuck.
right.
But
At
even
first,
Chiesa was
And a bunch
bleeding,
of
though, right?
B-level Bellator
at
fighters.
first, I was like, oh shit, we might. I don't know what
McGregor and
these
B-level
terrorist
Bellator
guys,
fighters. I would have
something.
laughed my ass off. Sorry.
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know what the hell was going on.
Yeah,
Could
because
have been.
Chiesa got cut, right? Like,
Yeah, his head was
Yeah,
bleeding.
people were freaking out. He caused a whole bunch of drama.
that's the thing I would have been afraid of. Like, dude, he's fucking just being crazy. And when you start throwing, this is the problem when you go to like, you watch videos of like fights in the hood, right? At like a fucking Chuck E. Cheese. And it's not even that these people are dangerous fighters. They're just usually out of shape people from the hood. But they start throwing fucking chairs and tables. And it's like, it's just the most dangerous like environment you could be in with a child. So that's why it's so like just terrifying to watch. So I would have been afraid that like, yeah, Connor's not trying to hurt you, but in the process of him throwing dollies and
No,
all
for
that
sure.
other shit,
That
like,
shit can go wrong.
But do you think it's like a bit of living the character? Like if The Rock was The
100%.
Rock all the time, like he's like chose now to
Yeah, absolutely.
live life
He's
as like this
expected
loose
to,
cannon guy.
He's expected to be like that. Like at the press conference, I mean, it is all a performance, you know, because I've done that. I've had those stupid press conferences where I've gone out there and talked shit, but you kind of expected to do that. You know, you're trying to sell the fight for sure, which he did do. It's, as I said, I just watched some coverage on TMZ this morning. If it was a normal, sit down, formal, very polite, proper, respectful back and forth, people, we wouldn't be talking about it. We wouldn't be bringing up the boss. All right, well, you're here, so maybe we would. TMZ wouldn't be talking about it. It wouldn't be on all the websites. So it did what it was supposed to do, you know?
And the reality is, I don't think the UFC, you know, they're not wholly. At the end of the day, they wouldn't have it any other way. That promotion for this fight, it's the reason this fight's going to sell. It's, I mean, look, even when you watch, you know, Khabib, he just can't fucking. I really did give a nice throaty Khabib there. Did you hear that?
Khabib, I'm proud of you.
And I practiced because Al's going to be here. I don't want to look like an idiot. I practiced
Iaquinta.
saying Nurmagomedov, but fuck.
You can't say it.
Nurmagomedov. By the way, didn't I say it 150 times today? Come on. They said say it 10 times in a row, and I nailed it.
You did perfect.
Well, I'm very proud of you, Lewis, but who gives a fuck?
Sorry.
Al, how do you see the fight going down?
I hope Khabib mauls him in
Do you think
in
he
the
will?
first round, and it would look great for me. I'd be right
isn't
back
that
in
weird?
there.
As a fighter, anyone that you've fought, if you beat them, you want them to always win because you're the only guy that ever beat them, or you
Except
know.
Kevin Lee's the
Or
only guy.
if you lose to them, you kind of secretly want them to beat the fuck out of everybody because like
You wouldn't
I'm
feel
not
like,
in an exclusive club. We all get beat of that guy.
yeah, like that guy's just the guy.
Yeah, he's just that good. You
just
know,
makes you look better. But Kevin Lee's the only guy that I fought that I just don't want to see win.
oh yeah.
I don't know. I can't get something about him. I just want to. I don't want to see.
I
him.
know you're a good wrestler, but what is your wrestling background?
I wrestled in high school. I was decent in high school.
Okay.
All county. Never made it to the state tournament, but I did pretty good. And then
Okay,
I wrestled
okay.
in junior college. Same thing. I was right up there, but never placed in the
So
nation.
not like a standout wrestler.
Yeah, not a
but
standout. I was
decent
always
level.
like a hard-working kid. That
But you can wrestle.
Yeah, I can wrestle.
yeah.
You know, I think, you know, if I wrestle with tough guys, they'll be not a, you know, it'll be like
because Khabib had success in the fight. You know, at times, you know, he got you down a little bit and controlled you for a while, but he didn't have it easy. And the reason I'm saying that is because obviously Connor's coming up, but he hasn't the English, the Irish, most of Europe. We don't wrestle like Americans do.
Yeah,
you know, so you think that's going to happen in the fight? He's just going to get out wrestled or what? Or you think he's going to knock him out? Because you first came on my radar when I saw you knock out Ross Pearson. Obviously, he's a friend of mine. We were all on the same card.
Yep.
And I was like, and I didn't know who you were. I mean, I knew your name. I knew you were in the UFC, but you know, Ross, I was close with, and I thought this is going to be a good win for Ross. He's going to knock him out. You went out there, you looked fucking amazing, knocked him out. It was beautiful. And then I thought, holy shit. So you can bang well, but you weren't able to put Khabib out of there. So he's obviously got a good chin.
He's got a good chin. I never really connected too clean with him. He does have an awkward style. He does. He moves his head, and I guess it would be like Joe Rogan was kind of saying in the commentary that it was almost like amateurish or wrong. But I think
saw all that.
I think they have it. I think that's just his style. It's kind of like that Russian style boxing, which is a little awkward, and it can be hard to time. His
jab was very effective. Was it in the fourth and fifth round?
Yeah,
he was busting you up pretty good with his jab.
I was tired and I wanted to keep pushing forward, and he kept me at like that perfect jab distance, and he did. He had a quick jab. I saw it on the way back. I didn't see it on the way there. I tried to move my head, but he's definitely got. I think he's gonna. Everyone's saying, "Oh, Conor's gonna knock him out on the feet, or Khabib's gonna get him down and maul him." I think it's a very more even fight than people think it.
Yeah, because Conor has got good grappling.
He's got some great stuff on the
like
ground.
if you was it the first Nate Diaz fight? Yeah, I think it was the first Nate Diaz fight. He ended up on his back and he did a real nice sweep, kind of a very advanced technical sweep on Nate Diaz, and I saw that and I was like, oh shit, that was, I forget what it was right now, but it was impressive. It was a good technical move, and he trains with John Kavanagh. They have good grappling, and I'm sure they've brought in wrestlers. So yeah, it's not quite that simple. You're right.
I think it's Khabib's going to impress a lot of people on his feet. And then if it goes to the ground, I think Conor's going to impress people. It's not going to be a one-sided.
Do you think he's fucked if it hits the ground? Do you think he's fucked if he gets to round 3?
I think
because
if he gets to round 3,
he runs out of gas.
He does.
I'm not being a hater.
It depends how the first 3 rounds go.
History has shown that Conor runs out of gas in the 3rd round.
Yeah, it depends how the first 3 rounds go. I think if Khabib's like the first 2 rounds against me, if it's like that against Conor, I think it'll be a different story. I think Conor's would be kind of on his way out at that point. But I don't know. He's got that X factor. He's made everyone, he gets in people's heads and he switches their game up. It's gonna be.
And you can never count. Look, dude, I've a few times I've counted Conor McGregor out, and I'll say if he comes out and he beats Khabib after 2 years off, it's more than 2 years, right?
Yeah, well, whatever. It's something like that. Yeah,
that's like.
But if he does that, you're right. If all respect to Conor, he comes out and beats Khabib, who's 26-0, that no one else has ever done that, obviously, and he beats him and knocks him out,
that'd be crazy.
Then fucking fair play.
And then puts on the hat and walks out.
That'd be great. He should put the hat on.
The ultimate.
But when he's out cold, grab the fucking hat, put it on. All right, guys, thanks for listening to the show. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please go out there, like, subscribe, tell your friends.
I was going to say tell your friends. That was my part.
Oh, fucking hell, you are. You can't think of some generic toss. All right, guys, that's the show. If you
That's it. Just make it that.